hold your breath. Can you believe
11.
it? Wow. Looked unmissable. He hit it quite hard.
My goodness, he must have thought he'd done all the hard work. Just caught that near jaw. Dominic composing himself. This for 5-all.
Oh, the tension. The tension's a bit unbearable at the moment.
Thank
and
you.
I wouldn't be
Settle down now,
surprised if
thank you.
Judd knocks the more difficult one in, but Dominic smiles, but he should have leveled up. We should have had a decider. Can he knock the more difficult one in? Here we go. Oh dear.
Drama when you least expected it. Who could have foreseen this happening? Surely Dominic Dale gets this.
Absolutely amazing. A couple of chances for Judd. He missed the easy black and he missed the more difficult one, and somehow Dominic Dale, well, he won't believe it, but he's in a deciding frame. It's 5-all.
Didn't really want the red to poke its nose out, though. That was a little bit careless, actually. He could have played the other red thin, and that wouldn't have been so dangerous. So we should have looked a bit more at that. Great shot.
One.
Chose to run that in rather than the stun shot. Now, can Judd Trump make amends and get a sizable break from this position?
Isn't it amazing?
What a great shot that was.
It was an easier black than that he missed for the match, and he gets down and just hammers that one in.
Geez, hit that well. Do you know what? That's a marvellous shot. He's made this into a very achievable big break situation now. Before that, there was a bit of work to be done.
Well, not a bad way to start. A couple of reds
16.
and a couple of blacks.
$17.
Well, after the drama of the last frame, who knows what's going to happen, but a total clearance, just to do it in style.
I think he may have to head towards the blue from this one. Yeah, look at the angle he's left. He didn't get on the red as intended, so not that he's even thinking about keeping on the black. He wants to try and clinch the match.
25.
Just about okay on the blue. You can just pull it back for a red into the right corner. One careless shot from Dominic Dale.
33.
All of a sudden, Judd's looking strong again.
Showing great temperament after missing the sitter of a black to clinch the match. Just calling on all his experience here. And it looks as if he's
38.
going to do it in style, as a lot of the great champions seem to be able to do in a deciding frame.
39.
He's channeling the adrenaline very well at the moment. That's one thing about experience, putting a bad miss behind you and just being optimistic for the next frame. Other players might have dropped their head. It's not ideally placed on this red, though. That is a bit of a misjudgment.
44.
This is a judgment cut. No guarantees. 50-50 chance.
Yeah,
Perhaps a bit more than that. He's in stroke, perhaps.
Well, Dominic's right in line with the pocket. He'll know before we do if it's in or not.
It's more than 50-50, but
45.
And if this bounces, it's perfect.
great shot. I thought that red was a little bit thinner than that, so from the angle down the table, it was very achievable. So one good positional shot now. Thought he was going to flick into them.
52.
I think what's happened, he didn't want to risk playing
No, I know.
Little Cannon.
He could have perhaps been tempted to move a few reds there, but he's going to need them open at some stage. This is a great effort. Oh, that was a great shot as well.
53.
Could have been forgiven for playing that softer, but he knew he wouldn't be on the black properly. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic shot. And do you know what?
60.
Any criticism anybody was going to give him about bottling the black has now evaporated. What a great effort this has been.
61.
Well, it's just sheer class we're watching here. From one of this year's favourites now to lift the Betway UK Championship. Not that many more pots away from securing the match. Dominic knows that he'd have to do something careless to not clinch it here. That's perfect. That is absolutely
68.
spot on.
'69.
So snooker's already required, but he'll want to try and clear the table here. It's been a great effort from Dominic Dale. It really has.
76.
He could also post a very high break.
77.
I think there's 143 so far by maybe Joe Perry, I think, made 143.
'84. '85.
Oh, what a shot that was. Okay, it's not nicely on the red, but to make that angle was very special indeed.
91.
Now he's going to play this with his right hand. He's very good with his opposite hand.
92.
Well, he'd have given his friends, family and supporters a bit of a shock tonight, but they'll be delighted to see this. This is really wonderful. And what a wonderful way to close out a match.
97.
Regardless of missing the black, he'll be feeling great.
Yeah, in fact, the highest break is
98.
now 144 by Marco Fu. It was 143 by Joe Perry, but superb century break from Judd Trump.
104.
As I mentioned, his brother Jack was in the corridor sitting with him at the mid-session interval. He'll be delighted with this performance.
105.
He wouldn't have been delighted in the previous frame when Judd missed a sitter of a black to clinch the match, but that's all by the by. Now a bit of naughty snooker, and have a look at this shot to get on the yellow. Have a look at that positional shot.
112.
Doesn't matter about the yellow. He couldn't beat the highest break. It's been a very, very entertaining match. Well played, both players, but in the end, Judd Trump showed his class, and he clinches the match with that magnificent century break to beat Dominic Dale by 6 frames to 5.
Was kind of always behind at the start, and then I got a good lead, and I kind of felt relaxed and just kind of threw the next 2 frames away, especially to go to win 6-4. I missed 2 easy blacks, and I thought I was going to get punished in that last frame, and I managed to really dig deep and make a really good break in the last frame under pressure. But yeah, obviously you don't want to be missing easy blacks anymore.
He's an all-round player now, and like the great players, you need to be adaptable. You need to be able to have a plan B if plan A isn't working, and Judd certainly got that. He's a very capable tactician and safety player now. He's got a lot of flair as well. He finds safety shots that not exactly or not immediately apparent to you when you sit in your seat. You think, what's he from play here? And he comes out with a shot that you're not expecting. He's less predictable. But I love the way he plays the game. You know, he's fearless, and you know, hard to beat because